That timing is just amazing.
It is fast.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do. Hello, everyone. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott.
And together we're Backyard Musings broadcasting live, Apple Valley, California.
Science and Technology Channel. We
Masters
got a puzzling one today.
Yeah. A team of Purdue engineering students built a lightning-fast robot, and they call it Purdubik's Cube, that now holds the Guinness World Record for solving a Rubik's Cube in just 0.103 seconds.
That is
103
no
thousandths of a second.
That's just mind-boggling.
It is. I mean, all the moving parts, how do you do that?
Right.
Fueled by co-op experiences, personal inspiration, and university support, the students combine machine vision, custom algorithms, and industrial hardware to create a robotic system so fast it finishes before you can blink. Would you like to know more?
That support. I wonder if that's. I wonder if they get tax money from the federal government. Like,
Maybe.
Did you hear about Harvard losing their tax money?
Yeah, they're losing their tax money.
Too bad. Anyway, what is your fastest time solving the Rubik's Cube?
20 seconds.
Mine
30?
is. I've never solved it. So, for most people, solving a Rubik's Cube is a brain-teasing challenge. But for a group of engineering students at Purdue University, it became something much bigger, a chance to push the boundaries of speed, precision, and automation, and officially make history. Their creation is called the Purdubik's Cube, a lightning-fast robotic system that now holds the Guinness World Record for the fastest robot to solve a puzzle cube. That was a quote. It completed the task in just, like Steve said, 0.103 seconds. So that's about a tenth of a second, right? If I'm doing my math right.
103 thousandths of a second.
Yeah. That's quicker than the blink of an eye and nearly 3 times faster than the previous record of 0.305 seconds set by engineers in Japan in 2024.
That's just boggling.
That is incredibly fast.
Even 0.3 is fast.
That is. You think those guys in Japan probably thought that there's nobody that's ever going to do this faster. They probably would have done
They
it.
oiled the new machine. They put oil on it so it could go faster.
Okay. Well, they did something because I'm sure these guys are thinking, man, we're not going to be able to improve on this.
This isn't a gag. We're reporting on a report that was made. Okay.
Yeah,
Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah.
The team behind the achievement, Junpei Ota, Aiden Hurd, Matthew Patrohe, and Alex Berta, did more than just break a record. They earned official recognition from Guinness World Records for their incredible engineering feat. This story didn't start in a high-tech lab. It began with Purdue's cooperative education program, which connects students with real-world industry experience. That's where team members Hurd, Ota, Patrohe first crossed paths.
Quote, our team came together because of the co-op program. I'm not sure what that means. This is according to Hurd. Going on with the quote, it helped us build not only the friendships that led to this collaboration, but also the professional and technical skills we needed to actually pull it off. They invested their time and in some cases money earned during their co-op rotations into building the robot. So they must have had some kind of grants or something. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Their hands-on experiences also helped them land sponsorships to bring their ambitious life or idea to life.
Who do you think would sponsor that?
Well, maybe the people that built this Rubik's Cube. I don't know who did
Mr.
that.
Rubik?
Or whoever.
Johann Rubik?
Yeah, whoever. Is that who it was?
I don't know.
Whoever came up with this thing. Yeah, could you imagine? Like I was telling you before we came on, there's somebody that has been able to do that behind their back. So they obviously, like you said, they've memorized the movements.
They looked at what
sequences.
The pattern was, know the movements, and then they just put it behind their back and boom. I wonder how long it took them, though, to do that.
I don't know, but the mind is just a terrible thing to waste, right?
Yeah. For Patrohe, the dream started even earlier. Quote, I always say that my inspiration was a previous world record holder, he said. Back in school, I saw a video of MIT students solving the cube in 380 milliseconds. That's 0.380. Yeah. I thought, that's a really cool project. I'd love to try and beat it someday. Now here I am at Purdue, proving we can go even faster.
Purdubik's Cube was first unveiled at Spark, Purdue's ECE's Student Design Competition, where it took home first place in December 2024. The team continued refining the robot after the event, relentlessly pushing the limits of modern automation and high-speed computing.
I'd probably put more grease on there, more oil, right? Bacon grease. That'll work.
So we got to give the computer some recognition on that, right?
Yeah.
The computer.
What should we call the computer? Like Hal or Bert or
Hal? Hal was taken, right? There's a movie.
Yeah, there is, like Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
Bert.
And then what did they call the computer in
Melissa?
that movie with those ladies that went to work for NASA? What was that? Numbers? Is that what the name of that movie was called?
I don't
You're talking. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
right?
I know what you're talking about, but I've never seen the movie.
You haven't seen the movie?
No, I've never seen it.
Oh, you got to see that movie. It's a great movie. Kevin Costner. Yeah, it's a great movie. Anyway.
The system uses machine vision for color recognition, custom solving algorithms all optimized for execution time, and in 0.103 seconds time.
Yeah.
An industrial grade motion control hardware from Cole Morgan. Every move is executed with finely tuned motion profiles to maximize acceleration, deceleration, and mechanical efficiency, resulting in precisely coordinated sub-millisecond control.
The project was co-sponsored by Purdue's Institute for Control, Optimization, and Networks. You call that ICON, I guess.
Acronym, yeah.
Shreyas Sudaram, Marie Gordon Professor of ECE and co-director of ICON, sees the achievement as part of Purdue's long tradition for engineering innovation.
Long tradition. And I might add, Purdue is
Boilermakers,
my law
right?
school.
Aren't they the Boilermakers? I think they are.
Yeah. That's my alma mater law school.
Is it?
Yes.
Wow.
Purdue. Yeah.
Well, you didn't go hoo-hoo when
Whoop,
we
whoop.
talked about Arizona State.
Whoop, whoop. Okay.
Arizona State University, is that your deal?
That's undergraduate, yeah. School of Construction Management.
Gotcha.
Quote, from the days of the Apollo program, Purdue researchers and students have been designing control systems that enable groundbreaking new capabilities, said Sundaram. The Purdubik's Cube team is a prime example of how Purdue is bringing algorithms, robotics, and control together to achieve great feats of engineering, end quote.
The team also designed the experience to be interactive. Using a Bluetooth-enabled smart cube, users can scramble.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I guess so. That's got to be.
They randomly scramble it and then let the robot boom.
But is it on a screen or is it an actual cube?
I think it's an actual cube. Yeah.
Okay. They used to scramble the puzzle in real time, and the robot mirrors every move, solving the cube instantly once the scramble is complete. Beyond the record-breaking speed, the project represents a culmination of years of learning and collaboration.
Quote, what I really love about it is that senior design allowed us to bring together everything we've learned, said Patrohe. From our freshman year on, you build skills, but this project showed how they all come together to create something meaningful. And that incredible speed, it defies comprehension. We solve in 103 milliseconds, Patrohe said. A human blink takes about 200 to 300 milliseconds. So before you even realize it's moving, poof, it's solved.
Nak Sung Patrick Hyan, we'll call him Patrick.
Yeah.
Assistant professor of electrical and computer engineering, mentored the student team. Quote, this achievement isn't just about breaking a record. It pushes the boundaries of what synthetic systems can do, unquote, said Hyan, or Patrick. Quote again, it brings us closer to understanding ultra-fast coordination control systems like those found in nature.
Milan Kulkarni, Michael and Catherine Burkhead, and professor at Purdue ECE, says the project is a shining example of the school's commitment to hands-on learning and technical excellence. Quote, take brilliant students, give them the tools and opportunities, and they'll blow your mind, said Kulkarni. 4 undergraduate ECE students in less than a year crushed a record set by a world-class team at Mitsubishi. I always say we have the best ECE students in the country, and this proves it. I couldn't be more proud.
Okay, propaganda warning. Whether it's smashing records, demonstrating machine intelligence, or inspiring the next generation of engineers, Purdubik's Cube is more than a fast robot. It's a world-class system symbol of innovation at Purdue. So I was just thinking about this. So you know about all these things we've been hearing about, all this government money that's been going to all these programs and stuff.
Oh yeah, Doge.
Yeah. Do you think maybe this was one of those that they looked at and said, I don't know, maybe we'll go with this one. You know, I wonder how much money was thrown at this program. I mean, it doesn't make any difference. This is pretty cool what they did here. I mean, compared to some of those other things that we've been hearing about from Doge or USAID, and all that stuff that they've been uncovering. But this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Go faster. Let's see if you can break your record.
Break that. 0.01.
We'll get into the negative numbers. They'll solve it in negative time. Yeah. Pretty cool stuff.
All right, folks. Thanks for joining us. Hope you have enjoy your Sabbath.
Yeah, enjoy your Sabbath and know that there are a lot of smart people out there.
Yeah.
Take care. I mean, is that what you do all day when you're involved in these programs? You get up in the morning and say,
"How can I make it
smash
faster?
that record?" Have you ever listened to the comedian called his name is